Hey everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to my channel, Blind to Billionaire. I just arrived from my appointment here and I'm going to go upstairs for the My Retina Tracker genetic testing study. So we're going to head upstairs and I'll keep you updated.
Do is just go through the consent form quick.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about the reason that we have to have you sign the consent form, and then I'll have you sign an agreement for My Retina Tracker.
Okay.
Basically allows them to, it's like a HIPAA agreement,
Sure.
so it allows them to, for us to send all that information directly to you,
Okay.
about you to them.
Okay.
And then I'm also filling out an ocular genetic counseling referral. So basically what happens is when they get the blood draw, they'll do the DNA sampling and then they contact a counselor, genetic counselor.
Okay.
Because we do not have a genetic counselor
Okay.
in our office, basically.
Okay.
So that allows them to get all that information once they get the blood draw, and then they get all the information, and then that genetic counselor will work with you
Okay.
on the specific
Sure.
genes that are involved. So this first one basically is the HIPAA agreement.
Okay.
This is, I'm submitting all the information. I included your name, address, date of birth, which is all already recorded on My Retina Tracker.
Right.
But in order to allow that to happen, we have to have your signature that allows us to provide
Okay.
that information.
Okay.
So,
Can do that.
right here. Yep.
Right there?
Yep.
You good?
Yep.
Okay.
And then today's date, if you can do that,
Sure.
right here, July 16th. Perfect. And I want to enter my clinical exam data, which is what I've entered into My Retina Tracker,
Okay.
and then also entering your genetic test results. So basically, that will be, so checking each of these boxes allows that part to happen.
Okay.
So
Sure. So we can do that.
this
I'm just
one-
checking boxes.
Yep.
Okay.
And then this one
Which is
right here. Perfect.
okay.
All right, that's the first part. Now the information, this is a informed consent. Basically, I think you understand majority of what I'm doing and why
Yeah.
we're doing this.
Exactly.
However, informed consent tells you more than you ever want to know about anything on why we're doing all of this.
Yeah.
So the informed consent basically says that you've registered through My Retina Tracker. We're doing genetic testing. The purpose of this is for My Retina Tracker to take that information and collect, all the personal information along with the data that they get from the lab draw. Then it also allows us to contact a genetic counselor.
Okay.
And how do I participate? Basically, we're doing a blood draw. Where I'm going to take a small needle stick and draw the blood.
Okay.
Then I submit the consent forms along with the genetic counseling disposition form, and then the My Retina Tracker. I send all that to them. I fax all that information, and I submit the blood.
Okay.
UPS the blood over to them.
Perfect.
You have that option if you ever, so they'll keep your blood sample on file. If you ever wanted to have that taken out of file, you have
Okay.
that option, but you'd have to contact Blueprint,
Okay.
who is the company that is the pharmaceutical, or not the pharmaceutical, the company that's actually taken the lab draw. It's like the lab, I guess, the Blueprint. So they'll keep your blood on file.
Okay.
Benefits, I think you understand the benefits, is that you're trying to understand the genetic makeup and disposition. And you have the option, if you don't want to participate, we wouldn't do the blood draw.
Okay.
This says you understand the primary use of the DNA is for genetic tests that will only examine the genes that are known to cause the inherited retinal disease. You agree that the diagnostic lab to retain a portion of the DNA sample. And then this also says that you're agreeing the clinical laboratory diagnostic lab, which is Blueprint, that they'll do the analysis of all the information for the genetic sampling. So this is the actual consent form that allows me to do the blood draw.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you sign in this box right here. Perfect.
Okay.
And then I can print your name.
You sure?
Yeah, actually, why don't
Yeah, I can
you,
do it
just
here.
in case there's any issues of not,
Right,
just
you're
have you
good?
print your name, yeah.
Are we still?
Yep, perfect.
Hopefully you can read that.
Yep.
Okay.
And then today's date, which is going to be right here. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, not at all. Do you have any questions, Corey?
No, I don't. This is good.
Good. They do provide a couple of brochures.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Genetic diagnostic for inherited retinal disease,
Mm-hmm.
and then also the degenerative pamphlet that talks about my Retina tracker, which you're very familiar with.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I can give you a copy of the consent form.
Okay.
I'll fax that off to them.
Mm-hmm.
With the sample. So
Okay.
we'll do the sample and then send that off.
Perfect.
So, oh yeah, that's right. So what I am interested in is when they do, so they send the information to us, and particularly for Dr. Quorum, but I believe that a genetic counselor will be contacting you. And so
Okay.
if that doesn't happen within they said 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
If that doesn't happen, I've got some information that I can actually contact someone at Blueprint or also at Foundation for Fighting Blindness. So
Okay.
if you don't hear anything back,
Mhm.
say greater than 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
let me know.
Okay.
So I can try and get on the horn and find out what the delay is.
Okay.
Since this is the first time that I'm actually doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a service that we're trying to help
Mhm.
you, and then the Foundation for Fighting Blindness is the one that's funding it
Yeah.
through my Retina tracker.
Yeah.
Just want to know, I don't want to catch you or anything.
Yeah.
Just a small little butterfly needle that we got to use, so it's not bad.
He got a tetanus shot the other day, and he's like, I didn't even feel it.
Yeah.
And even like for 24 hours, I'm like, are you feeling okay? He's like, my arm's fine. It's like, huh, you're the only person I know.
Fortunately, you got a real good vein there, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
We really appreciate you kind of getting all this figured out for us.
Yeah.
This
thank you
is
very much.
we really appreciate this.
It was a lot more than I actually expected, because
Yeah.
we were doing the RP 65
Yeah.
through
Sparks.
Spark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then another patient had informed us about this, and I had no idea. And so
Mhm.
it's like I really had to do some more research on it until
Yeah.
figure out, okay, here's what you got to do. And then working with Blueprint
you.
specialists and
Yeah.
figuring out what actually happens on the other end, because
Mhm.
doing a blood draw and sending it off is simple, but what
Yeah.
happens in the long run when we're trying to?
Yeah, I won't be surprised if you get more here in the next few weeks or months. I have
Yeah.
quite a few followers here in Minneapolis, and they've been asking, where do you do it? Where are you going? So
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if some of them come here.
Yeah. It's just there's only a certain amount of time where this is funded, kind of
Mm-hmm.
left,
Yeah,
and so
my
we just want
understanding
to.
is 1 to 2 years of funding.
Yeah, so we kind of wanted to get on it because what if we waited and then, you know, it's an expensive
And
thing
not only
to
that,
do.
it's 1 to 2 years of possible wasted time that,
Yeah, that
you know, the sooner we can get the information to the researchers.
exactly.
Hey everyone, so that was it, the My Retina Tracker genetic testing study. As you can see from the appointment, we just came in, we went over some paperwork, we had to sign a HIPAA agreement, the consent form, and then we went through some other paperwork as you can see in the video, and then it was just a simple blood draw. So as far as I understand, there is the option to do a saliva sample and or a blood draw. It sounds like the blood draw is actually a little bit more accurate. So that's what we elected to do in this situation. So yeah, just very simple. We just set up the appointment. I was there, I think about a week and a half ago. I was there, actually it was about 2 weeks ago I was there for the initial appointment, and they did just a preliminary eye exam. They could see that yes, I definitely do still have retinitis pigmentosa, and it's still progressing. So we did that, and then I came back today, just a little less than 2 weeks later, and we administered the genetic test. And it looks like for it'll take about 4 to 6 weeks to receive a call from whoever it is that reads the results or something like that. Maybe it's a genetic counselor, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to receive a phone call here in a few weeks, and then probably set up a time to speak with a genetic counselor to interpret the results from the genetic test. So that's it. If you have any questions or comments, throw them down in the comments section below, and I'll do whatever I can to answer the questions for you. Otherwise, if you haven't done so already, do me a huge favor, subscribe to my channel. It's a new channel, and I'm just trying to grow it and get my face and message in front of as many people as I can. Otherwise, do me another huge favor, share the video. If you know anybody with RP or vision loss, things like that, hopefully my channel and this video will help them out. So thanks again for watching. I will see you again in a future video. Thank you.